There's a nifty little text feature called the source text property. It allows you to change text characteristics instantly from one moment to the next over time. So for example, you can change the actual words that are being used, the font, the fill color, the stroke color, other characteristics instantly from one moment to the next. To see how that works, let's start up After Effects and start a new project. Click on New Comp, and you can select any kind of comp you want. I'm going to go with my de facto HD comp here, like that. And before I start typing, I'm going to change the characteristics a little bit. I'm going to make it larger. Let's say start off maybe around 100 or so pixels for Times New Roman here. And I've got it aligned to the center here for the time being. So I'm going to click on my type tool, and I'm going to put it here in the center and start typing. I'll say here is text. There we go. Click on the layer to select it, and I can make it a little bit larger perhaps. Hold on the Control key here, Command key on Mac, and make it larger so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. All right, that's the beginning. I want to change this to something completely different a couple seconds into this comp. So to do that, I need to open up the disclosure triangle for text and open up the text property group, and there is this little property called source text, and it's keyframeable. So I'm going to turn on keyframes for this guy. And it's going to put a hold keyframe there. This is by default. You can't have anything but hold keyframes there. It just changes instantly. It's not a gradual change from one moment to the next. Just go boom, boom, boom. It just changes at every keyframe instantly to the next thing. So I'm going to pull this in a little ways here, and I want to change the nature of this text. So I'm going to click on it like that, highlight all of it, and type in something different. How about that? And select that to make it active, and I need to change some of its characteristics. I'll change the fill color, for example, to let's say blue. I'll give it a stroke by clicking twice here, once, twice, and we'll give it a red stroke or something like that. And I'm going to make it a little less tall. Now, if I use scale on it to change the size of it, that won't animate. That won't be part of source text. It has to be a characteristic over here. So I'm going to make it shorter by dragging it down that way. Maybe changing the font size this way as well. Now I'm going to change it to, let's say, instead of center alignment, I'll do left alignment like that. Okay. And change the font too. I'll go to something entirely different, like go up here to Black Oak Standard again, kind of my fallback one, Black Oak Standard. There we go. And it goes off the side of the page, but there you go. I'll maybe change it a little bit more like this, or that's probably about enough. You can pull it in a little bit like that, perhaps. Really ugly. But there you go. I've changed it pretty dramatically, and whether you like what happened here or not, we've changed it. I'm going to go forward a little ways and do something completely different to that. So I'll select it again. This time we'll use wingdings, which is obviously completely different. Let's go down here to wingdings. And there we go. And we can change it too by making it larger. We can make it even taller. Spread it out some more like so. Let's say maybe back to center alignment. Change the color, the stroke to green, let's just say, and we'll change the fill to something different. And now I'm going to move on. I've done that now. I'll move on. That automatically creates a keyframe once I move on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete everything. Just delete it all. Press the delete key. I'm going to move on a little bit more, and that actually just puts blank there. Now I go back and double click on the layer to re-highlight it and say, we're back. Really, I'm saying that. Let's click here and change it to a font where you can actually read it. So we'll go back, let's say, to right up here, to Bookman Old Style, something like that. Obviously, spread things out a little bit, make it a little larger. So it needs to be back like to normal. There we go. And that's it. I could change the color again, what have you, but now you see how that works. So let's just watch this. Goes from here, and then it instantly changes to that, instantly changes to that, and to that. So that's how the source text property works. Even though you can't keyframe character properties and paragraph properties, you can use the source text property to change these things instantly over time.